Hello everybody, welcome to my Creative Time with Emma. Today we're going to be doing another card with Once Upon a Princess. We are going to be cutting out this little girl right here. We're going to cut out this little cut here and her hair. We're not going to do this piece because I'm going to be using Peachy Keen stamps for her face. And we're going to also cut out her little cowgirl outfit. I'm going to show you how I designed this card in my gypsy right now. Okay, here we go. This card I made a little different from the rest of them I've been making. I'm going to show you, let me kind of zoom in here. Okay, I'm going to show you how I did this. This is everything how I have laid out on my mat right here. Now this little horseshoe actually is not from the Princess cartridge. This is actually from Creative Critters. So what I wanted to make this card, what I wanted to do, I tried to find one that had a blackout feature where it had say for example, if you could open it, it'll just a full flush card. But since I couldn't find one like that, what I did was I just made my own. So I went ahead and I got a little rectangle shape right here, which is from the George cartridge, and this is pretty much, this is like 2 by 3, and what I did was I got it and I put it right there on that horseshoe right there, and I'm going to go ahead and weld that together. So I'm going to go ahead and click on group and make sure if I click on each item they're all blue. That means they're grouped together, and I'm going to go ahead and click on my I'm going to go ahead and click on my advanced feature, and I'm going to weld it all together, and I'm going to go ahead and click on my eyeball just to make sure that it is. And yes, it is welded perfectly together. You see how when it's going to cut out, it's going to cut out all at one. It's not going to have any inside, and that's exactly how I wanted it. So I'm going to need another one of those because this is going to be the inside layer of my card. So I need to use my copy feature. See, oops, hold on. There we go. My copy feature, and bring this one over here. And I'm going to go ahead and use my flip feature right here. And I'm going to make sure, now this is going to be my card right here. This is going to be the inside layer that's going to go underneath here. And this is going to be my card. And it'll make sense when I'm done. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead, this is going to be my little cowgirl here. I'm going to go ahead and bring her over here. Now this little piece here, as soon as Gypsy comes out with their hide contour feature, oh my god, I think I would be the happiest person ever, because if we did have that feature on here, this little piece, I could hide that piece. But being that I can't, I kind of sized it where it could kind of like go flush in here. So when I weld it, it won't cut out, and you'll know what I'm talking about as soon as I'm done. So I want I'm going to weld her on the inside, and I'm also going to weld her little lasso in there. So I'm going to do it where it looks like she's holding it in her hand. So I'm going to go ahead and group everything together first. So I'm going to group that, make sure everything turns blue, and it is. So I'm going to go back to my advanced tab and make sure everything's welded together. Let me click on my eyeball. So anyways, here goes our card. It kind of looks like a mess right now, but when I put it together it'll make more sense. But I just did a lot of welding with this card. And so here goes the layer, the top layer that I had cut out also from the Critter cartridge. So this, let me take off my eyeball, and this one here is just going to layer on top, and then everything else is going to layer on top of that. And let me go ahead and go to page 2. And to go to page 2, if you want to get a new page, you're going to go ahead and click on this little plus button, and it will take you to page 2. Well, it's showing page 3 right now, but because I have a page 2 already made in here, but that's the little button. And then if you want to go to the different pages, go to page 1, and then you could go ahead and click on page 2. And this is page 2. This is all the little pieces of that little girl that I had got. So the hat, I didn't like the way it was sized. So what I did was I used my little feature, oops, let me move this over so you could see. I use this little feature here to make it bigger, and I just liked the way that fit better on her versus the little tiny one if I were to have cut it out at 3.75. So now this one here, you see how it has a little dress to it? I didn't want that to cut out, so I just moved it all the way over, and I kind of put that off of the mat, so this way when I cut it out, that part didn't cut out with it. So let's go ahead and get this card together. Okay, here goes all of our little pieces for our cute little girl. And I'm going to do the same thing like I did yesterday. I'm going to go ahead and trace the little hair on first. Because see, like I gave an example yesterday, if I were to get this little stamp and stamp it on here, her little eyebrows will stamp on her hair. But probably wouldn't make a difference this time since the hat will be covering it up, but I'll know it's there. So I'm going to go ahead and how I do is I usually put the little hair like that, and I just go ahead and I trace it. Sure, to make sure that my stamp, the face will be stamping on perfectly. So I'm going to go ahead and use my paper tray ink black stamp pad. Cute this face is, oh my god. And I'm using this stamp set again from Peachy Keen, the Princess Face Assortment, the PK640. Alright, look at how cute that is. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and erase this first before I forget. Okay, let's go ahead and get her clothes on. Once again, using my Tombow glue. Oops. Okay, that's going to go right there. You know I had to put a polka dot dress on her. Okay, there we go. Glue on. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead, since I'll put the hat on after. Let's go ahead and get the card together really quick. Now this is what I was talking about. Okay, here goes that top layer. This is that inside layer that's going to go in here, because when we welded all that stuff on here, it has holes in here, and I wanted to cover that up so when somebody opens up their card, say for example if I didn't cover it up, if they open the card they'll see the hole right through it, and I don't like that. So I decided to go ahead and cut this out and go ahead and put it like that, so this way she could have a background also, because if I left it just like this and if somebody writes in there you can see all the writing. So let's go ahead and get this on here. Okay, that's perfect. And then I'm going to get my little yellow part on here. Okay, perfect. And now my cute little girl is going to go right on top of that, right there on that layer. Isn't that perfect? Okay, let's get her. And she looks so cute. And then her little hat, look at how cute that is. I'm so happy I resized that. So I'm going to put another pop dot on there. Look at how perfect she is. Oh, what a beautiful cowgirl. Okay, and we're going to put her little lasso right here, right there. I wasn't going to weld this part, but I figured this was so thin and needed some kind of support, so this actually worked out perfectly. In the picture you'll see she'll be all blinged out because I plan on using lots of stickles for my beautiful girl, my beautiful cowgirl. And then I do want to add a sentiment, and I just decided on to do this card more of a blue, because there's a lot of I'm going to go ahead and use this one here from her set called Simply Sweet Occasions. This is her first set that she actually released. And I'm going to use this one here. This is my sweet one. I decided to go with these colors. I know they're not girly girl colors, but not every girl out there is a pink girl. Here, my sweet one. How perfect is she? I hope you enjoyed my card today, and thank you for visiting My Creative Time with Emma, and I will see you back here very soon. Bye-bye, everybody.